Today's episode of the Just Keep Swimming podcast is brought to you by Audible. Audible is an online audiobook and podcast service offering over 10,000 books and the ability to listen to your favorite podcasts, including the Just Keep Swimming podcast. I personally use Audible all the time and suggest you take a listen to Intentional Living by John C. Maxwell. In this book, Mr. Maxwell shares his story on how he was able to live a noble and purposeful life and gives you tips and tricks so you can do the same. So please start your 30-day free trial now at www.audibletrial.com/JKS podcast, all lowercase. Again, that is www.audibletrial.com/JKS podcast. And if you have any more questions or concerns for the Just Keep Swimming podcast, you're always welcome to reach out to us on Facebook or at Instagram at justkeepswimming_podcast, or you can email us at jkspodcast702@gmail.com. And with that out the way, let's dive into it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Just Keep Swimming podcast. This is your friend, your boy, your host, Mr. Adrian Jackson, and we back at it again with another great episode for you. And you already know who I got with me. It's your boy, the man, the myth, the legend. It's Mr.
Number 13.
Wow.
Boring. No, don't, nigga. That's my name. I say my name. I am number 13. Thank you. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, Mr. Aggressive. How about you?
I'm doing great, Admiral.
Sassy today. Oh my goodness.
Sometimes I want to use certain names for certain situations. Y'all let me use my certain name for certain situations.
He has a lot of affiliates.
Yes. Captain Capper, 13, number 13, number 13, un trois, moja tatu, yet said. We got different things for different occasions.
Absolutely.
My favorite one was always darkness.
Oh yeah. I had Darkness, Blackie, Donnie, the Bandman Jackson, Donnie. Just
That was funny.
Yeah.
I just got on all the time. Like, why is your player named Darkness?
my laptop right here.
Cuz look at him. Sorry.
Hey, you ain't wrong. I'm wearing all black as a black male.
Right.
I used to call myself Shadow X.
Oh yeah, Shadow. I do remember Shadow too. Yeah, Shadow worked though. I like Shadow.
Shadow is lit, yeah.
Darkness, I don't like darkness. I'm like, you ain't that dark, bro. I know some niggas so dark, they look purple. So.
But that's what you see on the outside, not on the inside.
Right. Yeah, you got a dark soul.
Yeah.
Bye, you're done.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys already hear, we have a very special guest with us again. This is actually her first time doing this solo. I know she's jumped on the microphone a few times, definitely during family events, but this is her first time going solo. Definitely because she started driving now. I think she's old enough now to do it by herself.
Yes.
So welcome to the microphone, my oldest niece. I can't say my favorite. My oldest though, Miss Anaiya. How we doing, Anaiya?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for joining us today. You ready for a good episode?
Yeah.
Yeah? You sure?
Got you.
Alright, we gonna see. Yep. So cool. So for today's episode, I think we have an interesting topic that we all can touch on pretty good. Definitely with the age differences between here. I'm 8 years older than Donovan and 16 years older than Anaiya. We just found out.
Yeah, something like that.
So So with that being said, we're gonna talk today about growing up. Definitely being we all grew up at different times, at different ages,
Different environments,
you know what I'm saying, different type of parents, everything. So I kind of just wanted to discuss what it is to grow up in your time, you know, and you get your perspective on what it is to grow up during this time.
Right, since you were 90 or you were 2000s baby.
90's crazy. That was kind of crazy.
So you calling us crazy is what I'm hearing.
No.
That's cap. I just heard it.
Bro, stay over there.
Don't forget, I'm Captain Captain.
Mind your business.
Y'all funny. So let's go ahead and jump to my first question then. So for my first question, I'm going to kind of keep it general. We all here have younger siblings. You know, you guys are my younger ones. So my first question would be is, do you guys see a difference between how you were raised compared to your younger siblings being raised?
Absolutely.
And what difference do you see?
You can can start it off.
Whoever wants to start off.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let's see. No, it's different. It's different because, but especially my family, because we're really blended and stuff. I grew up with just like my mom and stuff, and being around my uncles and my aunties and my grandparents, and then like Mariah. Wait, can I say names on here?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
And integrity.
So then like Mariah, you know, she grew up with me, but we still grew up like two different lives because my situation I was going through, and then she was just here. And then when my step siblings came in, that's how you could tell like, oh, we really grew up differently, because you could just tell like the things we do or we say and the things they do or they say. It's like, why are you doing that?
Right.
You know, why are you doing it? And then Nikki,
she's the best of both worlds.
yeah, she grew up way differently, extremely different. We had a conversation about it the other day, especially discipline. That's really different too.
I like that. That's pretty deep though, and I truly understand because same. You know, I grew up with stepbrothers as well. You know, technically, you know, with my family, none of us had the same mom and dad. You know, we all separated at some point. You know, me, Donovan had the same dad. Me, Triv had the same mom. Tara, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we all grew up differently, different households, different environments. You know, get together on the weekends sometimes or holidays and things like that. And I did see the difference for sure. Like for example, when Mr. D Fresh used to get in trouble in high school, he, you know, Vanjie, she was no joke. You know what I'm saying? Vanjie's no joke. She's still not no joke. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with her. But
Stop.
But D Fresh though, yeah, when he used to get in trouble, it was funny because he would get sent to his dad's house, and then he'll have to live at his dad's house for a few months.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? For a school year or whatever. And then we went to school at the same time, so they used to drop me off over there to walk to high school or middle school together. And it was just so crazy seeing the different environment, because at his dad's house, he was way different than he was with living at mom's house, you know what I'm saying, living with the parents. And I always just found that like so interesting. Or my brother as well. My older brother, he is way different compared to my younger sister. She is way different compared to Tiara. She's way different. Like we're all siblings, but we're all so different because of how we grew up in the environments we grew up. Like, you know, for example, I'm pretty sure I know a lot of struggle meals. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of the ghetto stuff. Like for example, let me ask you guys, how do you purify water in your house? You boil it.
Yeah.
You take hot water, you take some sink water, put it on the stove, and let that bad boy boil. Once it boils, let it boil for like 5 minutes. Pour into a Kool-Aid pitcher, and just put it in the refrigerator, let it get cold, and now you got some pure, cold, purified water.
That's wild.
And that's how we used to do stuff from my mom's house, you know what I'm saying? Not to say we was broke or nothing, but, you know, ghetto life, all ghetto. Say it again?
We just drank the sink water. We had one of the little machines.
And I used to do that too. I used to drink the sink water, but Vegas water, you know, it got that taste to it.
The hose water.
Yeah, and it's hard, so that's how you get that taste out of the water. And then also, the boiled water tastes better with Kool-Aid compared to other water.
Right.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I mean...
Oh, wait.
Huh.
You boil your... When you make Kool-Aid, you boil your water first?
Well, that's what I used to do because we didn't have no clean water to put it in. Yeah. So that's what I used to do. Yeah.
Because I remember...
We still use sink water.
I remember at Grandma's house, she made a hot pot of Kool-Aid.
Yep.
Like, yeah, just a straight hot
Grandma
pot.
made her Kool-Aid with hot pots.
Yeah. It was just boiled the water, put the Kool-Aid packet, let it mix, and then she just sat it out on the table, and then you just poured it in your cup while it was still warm and everything. And I was like, there was a video even on YouTube. There's like it's like a parody thing, but the dude made a picture of hot Kool-Aid. And he's like, no. Like his friends like, no, I'm not drinking that. He's like, I made this for you. But like, while that was a joke in school and everything, I actually had hot Kool-Aid before. Yeah.
We use hot water from the sink, you know, so the sugar dissolves faster.
Yeah.
We mix it up, add the sugar, put it in the fridge, or get some ice cubes and then just put it in there.
I mean, I did that too, you know, but it was just, you taste the difference. Like, it literally tastes cleaner when you do it that way. So that's why I always did it that way, because shit, it was more purified for me. Or, you know, my mom had like an iced tea maker that we used to use and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, no, I think that was interesting. What about you, bro, though?
I mean, to be honest, I don't have any younger siblings. I'm the baby. I'm in Nikki's position, especially with the blended families and everything. But to just speak about the difference between like me and you, Adrian, because you were the oldest, but we had a mixed family as well. But then, I see Anaiya and Mariah as my younger sisters. So I would say like just discipline is definitely one thing. I definitely understand that I got away with a lot of stuff, but then on the other side, like it seems like they get away with a lot more stuff too. To where like, especially I never really got away with like grades. I got away with behavior, but I didn't get away with grades, and I feel like they get away with a little bit more with grades sometimes. So, but that's just my perspective of it, of course.
Right.
But other than that, it's also nice to see that, like on the younger half, I don't know, it feels like they get to express themselves a little bit more too.
Yes.
More than we did.
Yes, I agree.
And that just kind of goes into how we all have different personalities as well.
I feel like that's the part of like growing up, because when I was younger, what my mom said went, and there's no talk back or nothing. But then as like freshman year maybe, so like 2 years ago maybe, that's when I actually started to build a relationship with my mom and like be able to like trust her and stuff and talk to her. It's like other than that, you had no saying nothing. It was stop talking back, you're arguing with me. But now I feel like, my mom's young, so she was kind of like grew up together type of thing, So it's like that's what she knew was
at the time.
Yeah, don't talk back to me. Oh, you have something to say? You're arguing. Like stop, cut it out. But then I feel like more communication and stuff, and talking to her and sitting her down, letting her know I'm not trying to argue with you. This is just where I'm coming from. I want you to see my side so we can like figure something out. And then I feel like that, and I've thrown in hints, there'd be some things that I do differently as a parent, like let us talk, like what we gotta say is important too. And then I feel like she's doing that with Nikki though, which is something I'm so happy that she's doing though, because I don't want Nikki to ever feel like oh, she can't talk or anything, she can't say what she has to say.
Right.
Nikki, she gonna say what she gotta say.
No, and that's beautiful though, and I love how you see that, because that's how I felt as well. Growing up, pops and moms, they were strict. You know what I'm saying? Very, very strict. We had to do chores every Friday and stuff like that. And then when I was watching Donovan grow up, it was semi-pleasing. I was jealous because it was like, damn, y'all niggas going to sushi all the time. Like Donovan always ate good. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna be eating French fries and hot dogs every day, and this nigga going to sushi when they go to sushi. But at the same time, it was like I seen the benefits that, and I'm gonna put it this way. I feel Dad could have done if he would have knew better at the time I was being raised. But because Donovan came after me, he learned the lessons through me, and he was able to apply it to Donovan.
But to add on to it, to kind of just relate to you a bit more too, from what Anaiya said, like being able to open up a little bit more and like actually have a connection.
Yes.
I feel we didn't really have that with our parents, even despite going to the sushi and stuff like that, right? But with with Dad and Mom, we didn't get to that point to start building that relationship until we had that family meeting that one time.
Right, exactly.
So where I was
like what, last year? 2 years ago?
2 years ago? Yeah. Maybe
longer than that.
I think like 3 years ago. Yeah, 2020. It was 2020. Yeah, because it was after I had my like near death experience thing. But like it was tough, but like I felt like after I was able to say what I had to say and what I felt, then that opened up the doors to create that connection that we had. And now, we're able to experience those fruits that they're experiencing now, but it just came later.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, and that's exactly what it was. Like, we didn't have that opportunity when we was younger. Like, Lil Talk, I didn't truly start speaking the way I felt until after I graduated college, low key.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all already know me, I was the headache. You know what I'm saying? I'll be the one at some point, like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something because I need to tell you about yourself. And I think that's something that college did do for me. It got to the point I was able to find my own voice and realize my voice does matter. But then on the flip side, like you said, we always say that we allowed to smoke at the parents' house because Donovan started smoking at the parents' house, and he opened up that door, and it was like, if it was me and Doug, it it wouldn't have happened. It was like, hell no. But because it was Donovan that did it, and then all of a sudden we all joined in, like, we all do it too. They was like, okay, fuck, I guess we gotta accept him now because the baby do it, and all. If the baby do it and the older ones do it, what can we say now?
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
So I did kind of feel that. Definitely once you turn 18 and
It was 21.
21, whatever the hell the case was. Once you got old enough, that's when it truly opened up to, like, okay, none of our kids are kids no more. Let's treat them as such, you know.
Especially after their own maturity and like getting up in their age too.
Mm-hmm.
And then dad was near retirement and stuff like that. So.
Yep. And then it was always cool to see how stuff like that reflected back to Anaiya. You know, because I feel like that family talk we had helped out with you guys to be able to vocalize and speak up more. Because I'll never forget, Tiara did call me. She was like, I have the same thought. I wonder, is there times where they want to tell me something, I'm not listening because I'm stuck in my own mind? Mm-hmm. You know, and that's when she started like, okay, let me start being more open and be more receptive, be more whatever the case may be.
Yeah, because I feel like when I was younger, I talked. I talked back. But like, because I just wanted to be heard, you know? Mm-hmm. And then when I felt like I was being heard, I felt like I was still in the wrong. Mm-hmm. And my feelings did not matter, so why am I telling you? So then I shut down. I shut down for a while with my mom. But then, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was these grades, because I was really struggling in English one year, and I sat her, you know, my mom don't play about the grades. I sat her down, and I was like, I want you to know I'm trying, but I may get a D for my final grade. And I was like, I just want you to know that, and I want you to understand. I'm pretty sure it was like it was freshman year, because that's when I started opening her more about boys and what's going on in my life more, and like, you know, just like what I want to do with life and stuff. So probably was that talk.
Yeah, no.
Because now she listens way more, and sometimes I gotta tell her, I don't want advice. I just want to listen. I just want to rant to you.
Right.
But it's because I feel comfortable enough that I can say what I have to say.
Yeah. And that's how I feel with like mom and dad now too. Like, it's still weird, and I'm still working on just opening up to them more. And like, I would even say like to the rest of y'all as a family, because for so long, especially with just the nature of like growing up in that house, especially when you guys left and I saw all the shit that I did, like my friends were my family. Yep. So I go to them when I need to vent and stuff like that. But now it's like, it's weird and different coming home and dad saying what's up, you know, what's going on, and then me opening up and saying what's going on, and you know,
And just pretending everything's fine.
yeah, rather than doing that and staying closed off.
No, that's real, bro. So like, so my experience, like you said, I had 2 houses. I had 2 of everything. I hated it because it would be 2 Christmases. Half the time at dad house, half the time at mom house. Thanksgiving, half time at dad house, half time at mom house. Gotta go to grandma's house still. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I used to hate it, but then the benefit of it was the escape. And that's one thing that I know you didn't have.
Yeah.
Because me and Doug, we could go to our other parents' house, and we go to the other parents' house, you grounded in one house, you ain't grounded over here. You should be.
Yeah.
But shoot, my parents ain't really talk like that. So yeah, I go to my mom's house, I was a free man. That's like slave, but I was a free man though. I'll go over there playing video games, eating while alone up all night, and you felt like a free man, and then it's like, ooh, I gotta go back to that house and be grounded again. Yeah. Let me beat this level right now, because I ain't gonna be able to play this game for another week, you know. But you know, that escape it did do me good because it let me see both sides of life. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It let me see the house that was, you know, 4-bedroom, loft, you know, workout room, backyard, all that stuff, and then go back to the house where we eating the same thing for breakfast, dinner, and lunch type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just 2 different environments. But I think that made me versatile. Yeah. You know, made me able to fit anywhere. So I love it. Okay, cool. So we're talking about parents. So I want to talk about biggest life lessons you've learned so far, or definitely at this time in life. What's some big life lessons you've learned definitely growing up? Definitely growing up in 2023, Mariah, or Anaiya. Hi, Mariah. I see you over there.
I don't know. The only one I could think of, for real, is like, ooh, is that messing it up when I hit it?
No, but you hear it though.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Good.
Like lying. I don't know. I feel like lying was a big one because, you know, grandma, she always been lying. My mom, she don't like liars. You know, nobody likes liars.
Right.
But I don't know. I feel like there's no point. It's so much easier to be way like honest with somebody. It may take time to get it out, but as long as it does come out or something, or you're like willing to be honest, you just don't know how to say it yet. I don't know. I feel like that one.
And to go along with that, because I used to lie as a kid
me too. That's one reason I got in trouble when I was young.
Oh, we all did though. Yeah.
But it was just impactful because of the way mom reacted to it.
Yes, I was not trying to get hit.
Yeah.
Don't hit me, no.
And I just wanted to avoid the eye. Like, because it's like, you know how you look at people's eyes and you see the sparkle in their eyes, it's like a soul. When mom got mad, it would just disappear. And it's like, she's beaming you with like just
everything.
Disappointment, anger, and everything. It's like, dang, like
She did that to me on Saturday.
and she even told me before we went to the game, because she was like, because she showed me her new nails early that week, but she was like, niece was supposed to be over here, but she didn't say anything. I was like,
that's me. That's me. Yeah. That's her. You fight her.
But something I'd like to add to that, which I just spoke about yesterday to mom, because as you know, I'm back in school. And, I was chilling outside for a bit right after I got home. She came home, we talked for a bit. And then as I was about to go upstairs, I just had this feeling in me that told me, it was like, I should apologize for not doing the things I should have been doing in like high school and college. Because now, like, I told her, hey, I'm gonna go upstairs and, do some homework. Yeah. But of my own accord. Nobody beating me down for it. Nobody pressing me into it like, this is my decision. But I wouldn't have had that if not without the way they were so militant about, like, and structured, for us doing the things that we needed to do. Right. So it was like, it sucked in the moment back then, but like I appreciate it now, because now it's like I know what the fuck I need to do, and I'm gonna go do it now. That's my responsibility because I was brought up that way.
Right. I agree with you for sure.
Yeah.
No, I feel both of those. The lying for sure, because me and D Fresh, but we told some epic lies. Like, report cards come out. Shoot, he had a bad grade. I'll hide my report card for him. And we'll run with it. And we used to take bad homework assignments and stuff in the bushes on the way to the bus stop. There's stuff in random people's bushes and stuff. And, we broke a lot of stuff and put it all together and hung it back on the wall like nothing happened. And then when they get there, we'll act like we're wrestling and bump into it and make it fall and break. And we never knew it was broken. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We did all that shit.
And no, I'm scared of my mom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, for real. Yeah. So I think my ultimate thing, though, that I learned, I want to say, I'm just trying to sit here thinking, lying, of course. I think the main thing I learned was just the respect factor. Yeah. I think that's like the ultimate thing about it, because that was the thing that I think got me in trouble more than anything. And I think all that correlates to it. Lying, doing what you're supposed to do. It's like showing them that you respect them. You respect them enough to do what you're supposed to do. You respect them enough to tell them the truth. You know what I'm saying? You respect them enough to, my problem was tone of voice. You respect them enough to keep your tone of voice down. Even if you're just repeating yourself a little louder so they can hear it, still watch that tone. Yeah. And trust me, I'm still trying to understand that, but...
Bro, I remember one time me and my mom got into it, and I rubbed my eyes, and I walked away, and Joey was like, did you just rub your eyes at your mom? I was like, I didn't even rub my eyes. I was rubbing it. He's like, no, I saw it, and got in more trouble. And I was like, bro, I didn't do nothing. I was rubbing my eyes as I was turning around, but you saw my eyes go like that.
Yep, and that's how it happens, because that's how it was to be. I was talking with Vanjie, and I'd be like, no. She's like, what? No. Why you watch your tone? I'm like, I was talking louder so you couldn't hear me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now it's a tone of voice, and now, like you said, she about to punch me in my face, and it's like, oh, Lord.
And, on the flip side, I think I did well with that in terms of, like, just, like, on that side of the respect factor. And, I fucking love the way you brought respect up, because I feel like that's a huge lesson in how you deal with daily relationships.
Yes.
And like whether it's romantic, professional, or just like friendly, social. Because at least in my life, with like the friends that I do have and the quality and stuff like that, it's always one thing they always kind of remark is just how respectful and like honest and loving that I am. And it's just like I respect them for their choices. Like, I may get mad or something, but like I'm not going to, I don't make them feel that they're unloved or that I feel some type of way to where I don't respect them as a human being. I was able to keep that no matter what happened, even if we split ways.
Right.
And especially in the professional world, I think that what got me to where I am today.
No, and that's 100% real, bro, because I'm like you said, everything, that respect taught you so much in life. Because like, same thing now, people don't like it sometimes, but I still get to the point of yes ma'am, no ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Yes sir, no sir. Even though I don't know you like that, I'm still gonna give you that respectful factor because I always been taught to respect. Walk into my house, say hello.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna be pressing folks about that.
Yeah. But I mean, like, shoot.
It's respectful though.
Yeah, it's real.
Even for me, because you know how like some people are really big on taking your shoes off. Like when I used to go to my dad's, like my dad's mom's house, my grandma over there, take your shoes off. So now anytime I go over to like a new person's house, I text them before and be like, do I need to take my shoes off? So I seem like, you know, like I already know. It's not like I walk and then they get mad at me because my shoes aren't on or something.
Exactly.
It shows you don't live just in your world and you consider other people's worlds and how they live.
Or like when people be like, oh, just go in the fridge. What? No, that's my first time over at your house. I'm not about to get comfortable and go all up in your fridge.
Exactly. No, real talk. So like, I had this happen at work one time. I had to break it down to them because they were, this one company I was working for, they had like a personal chef that would come in and cook dinners or lunches or whatever. And, you know, usually they'll come knock on my door and like, hey, drink some food in there if you want some. Bet, I'm gonna go get some food. You invited me. One time they didn't invite me for no food, so I didn't get up and go get none. I went and got up, got my own lunch break, went and got some food, came back, went back to work. And then they were mad at me because they're like, why don't you come eat with us? I'm like, you didn't say nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? This is not my food. That's not my chef. This is not my business. I'm not about to just walk in the kitchen and eat. For all I know, you got clients coming in that this person's cooking for. Like, I don't know. So I'm not about to go eat y'all food because this is y'all food. You know what I'm saying? If you invite me, bet I'll do it. You know, but
It's not safe to just assume like that.
It's not safe to just assume like that, exactly.
Yeah, I'd be scared though. Like even at granddaddy's house, I just start going in the freezer to go eat something. Like usually I'll ask her. I'm unique. Mom used to yell at me because I wouldn't eat at her house because I felt like, and Monique was there. She'd be at work and I'd just be chilling at her house. But I'd be afraid to go in the kitchen and just grab something to eat. I get yelled at, Miss Shantae. That's her mom. She'd be like, go in there and eat something now because you haven't ate today. Like, what are you waiting for? But it's still like, God, I'm be all up in your fridge.
Yeah,
this is your residence.
This is your residence. Yeah,
I don't want to mess up her pots. I don't want to do something that she's not gonna like because households are so different. Like my mom, she may care about her pots and like what to use, but I know what to use. I mean, it's like I don't know what to use over there.
Exactly. No, that's real because it's like always the factor of always have the thought of who the hell ate my orange? You know what I'm saying? Who the hell ate mine? You be like, oh shit. I just ate somebody's last of food, or who drank the last of the wood cook. So my cousin used to get in trouble like this all the time. He'll have the respect of not finishing the drink, but he'll only leave that much in there, you know, a little bit, enough for a splash in the cup. And my mom was to the point of, I'd rather you drink it all and let me know so I can get some more than leave that little splash, me thinking there's something in there, and then I pour it and there's nothing in there.
Yeah. Right.
So now I'm even more pissed because I thought I had juice when I don't. At least I thought I had a cup of juice, and I only got a teaspoon of juice.
And it makes it all that much worse right after they go to the store because they thought they had
juice. Exactly. And that's another factor, you know what I'm saying? Don't walk in the house with food and not offering nothing to anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got cussed out plenty of times for coming in the house. You know, I went out with my cousins and we eating, and I come back home and my sister's there, but I'm not thinking that she didn't eat. So we walk in the house, we eating and shit, and then we just get all chewed out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because everybody at one time, and go from there. So my next question is, I think it's gonna be a fun one, Dan. Don't have to go too deep if you guys don't want to, but what is one of your biggest lies you told your parents that you're willing to share? If you're still in this lie, don't share the lie that you're still in. Don't get yourself in trouble now.
So it ended up so bad, but this is just the one that comes to mind first. So junior year, we had an orchestra trip because I was in chamber. And we had to go do a festival or a competition in Salt Lake, and then we was going to go to San Francisco. But at the time, I wasn't I wasn't doing my world history homework, and I think I had to actually like retake a semester or something online. And then I think I was probably not doing other assignments and stuff like that, but I told them I did, blah blah blah, and like made it seem like I have to go.
That's good.
Yeah. So brought Dad to the orchestra meeting and stuff to kind of give a debrief on what's about to happen on the trip and stuff, and then he ended up signing for it. So I went, and it was funny too because that's like the morning of us leaving. That's when To Pimp a Butterfly came out too. So me and Dad are rolling to Clark, bumping, having a great time listening to the album. Man, came home, they picked me up, it just went all so. Yeah, where's these assignments? What
wow, I got all the information while you was gone. I understand that one. I understand that feeling.
Yeah.
I think for me, like the only big one that pops up, like also, is when I was in 3rd grade, I went a little bang. Okay, so I cut my hair. I have curly hair. So I stretched it out and then cut it. You can't do that. It's gonna shrink all the way back up. So I just had a little puff hanging out the side of my head. And it was too short to put into a ponytail, to put bobby pins on or anything. And I thought Grandma was gonna pick me up from school that day. Cause Grandma used to pick me up like every Thursday, I think, like Tuesday and Thursdays or something. Cause it'd be like she'd go bowling after, like she picked me up.
It was Thursday.
Yeah. So my mom picks me up, my heart dropped. But I'm like, oh, she can't know, she don't know. It's dark outside, she doesn't know. And she's like, so who did it? And I was like, I don't know. And she's like, were you combing your hair or something and you just took it out? And I was like, yep. And she was like, and Aaron at the time, Mariah's dad, I used to be at his house every like weekend with Mariah. And so she was like, he had roommates, and she was like, oh, so did like his roommate's daughter do it? And I was like, yep. And then she was like, did you do it? And I was like, nope. And then she was like, did somebody have scissors by you at school? And I was like, yep. I just kept switching up the lie because I didn't want to tell her. And then I remember she was mad at me, and she was like, don't talk to me until you want to tell me who did it. And then I told her, I got whooped.
Oh, wow. Bad.
It took all night though. I was stubborn. I was not gonna tell her. But then it was like I kept switching up the lies. And I was in 3rd grade.
Yeah, so. There was no way you were gonna keep up with it.
Yeah. And like I didn't want to tell her I cut it though. And it was so bad.
So did you get a whooping for lying, or did you get a whooping for cutting your hair?
Probably for lying.
Probably for lying. Probably for both, but majority lying. Yeah, because I kept switching up the lie, and she had Aaron in the car. Oh, I have another one.
Go ahead.
Okay, so that's with my dad though. So you know how like at school, or like at least in my school, we used to have like a Christmas store, and so you get money, you go buy people things. My dad gave me money, and I bought stuff for my aunties and my mom, not my dad and my grandma and my brother.
Oh my God.
And my dad was like, where's your receipt? Like, what'd you buy? And I was like, I just bought a necklace for my mom. I spent all the money for a necklace for my mom. Because, I don't really mess with them like that. So I was with my aunties and stuff. So, and then he was like, well, that doesn't make sense. He's on the phone with the school, calling them, saying how it doesn't make sense, and, and yelling. And I was like, I don't know. I just bought a necklace. Look, this is the necklace I bought. He's like, where's the receipt? I'm like, I don't know. Mind you, I have an older brother. So my older brother, he had the receipt for his. I didn't have the receipt for mine.
Oh, wow.
And then my dad went into my backpack and saw all the toys in there and gifts. Got whooped again. Oh, wow. That whooping though, it was a surprise. I was walking in the garage, boom, got whooped. Peed on myself. It caught me off guard, bro. It was so bad.
That's all bad. So mine's, I already mentioned mine's, but it sounds a lot better when you hear the story behind it. So, like I said, me and Doug, we were going to Swainston. Doug's always been a year older than me, so I'm in 7th or 8th grade or whatever. Report cards came out. Like I said, bros didn't have the better grades, so he was like, yo, my grades aren't good, let's hide our report cards until I can figure out some way to allegedly retake the test. They were print out a new report card, show new grades, so he's trying to make this happen, right? Whatever. So yeah. So, you come home. You come home that Friday when the parents expect the report card. Where's your report card at? We ain't get it yet. Yeah, we ain't get ours yet. Next Friday come around, where's the report card? I don't know. We ain't got them yet. Not thinking dad's friends, James.
Yeah.
Jim goes to school
Jim,
with us. Shit, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I have 5 people on the Bears football team at the school with us. So while we're at football practice, my dumb ass not think that the parents aren't talking to each other. So I'm pretty sure the parents are talking to each other and like, well, Johnny got his report card. Don't all y'all go to Swainston? They all got their report cards. I don't know why your son ain't got theirs. So whatever dad did, I'm assuming he went to the school, got the report cards, printed them out, saw the grades, whatever, right? So we came home one day, and it was like one of those like, why are they home early type shit. Like they both home, and Vanjie works graveyard at this time. Yeah. She's not going to work tonight type shit. So it's like bad, right? So we just sit on the couch. So you got your report cards, huh? You got your report cards, huh? This man lifted up his shirt and pulled the report cards out of his pants and slammed them on the table. And I'm like, oh shit, we screwed.
Your grades were good though, no?
My grades were good, but because I lied,
yeah.
I'm in trouble now. So because I lied, you know, and that was back then. Dad didn't really give you a whooping or nothing. It was just a quick 2-inch punch right into the chest, and all your air out and shit. You want to cry, but you can't cry, and
They gonna do it again.
yeah, exactly. You're gonna do it again. So it's like, move the pillow, you know, all that shit. You know it's coming. It was bad. So yeah, that was the worst one. That was just like, yeah, Doug, I'm done with you. I can't keep lying for you, bro, because I need to. And you know, it was always good. I was never grounded as long. Because that was the one where he got sent to the other house. So I had the house myself after that. But then that's when it was boring. Because like, damn, my brother gone. I got nobody playing no video games with. I'm playing all this. You know how boring it is playing Super Smash Bros. By yourself? Like, that's just boring after a while.
So is that a sneak diss?
What?
Because I couldn't play that bitch?
What you mean? I didn't even think about that.
Like, yeah, the one dude that was always in the house.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it like that, bro. I mean, I'm trying to think though. I was in middle school, so you were about what?
I was young.
Yeah, I was in 8th grade, so I was about 13 max. And he was 8 years younger than me.
I think I was just born probably.
Nah, you were born, cause you was born in an apartment.
Oh, I'm tripping.
But you're not even in kindergarten yet. You still going to grandma's house every day. Yeah. Eating mayo sandwiches and shit.
Excuse me, those spam sandwiches?
Nigga, them shits was mayo.
Spam is good.
This nigga had toast, mayonnaise, toast.
No, I didn't.
Call that shit a sandwich.
No, how you gonna tell me?
How you gonna tell me?
Bro, how you gonna tell me?
I got in trouble for trying to put meat on your meat sandwich for you.
What do you mean?
I used to try to give you some meat and cheese. Like, yo, put some meat and cheese on your sandwich. No, just mayo. Just give him a mayo sandwich.
Oh, you know
Straight
that.
mayo.
Who was saying that?
Nigga, you can ask anybody. You can call everybody right now.
No, but like, who was telling you to
Grandma.
Really?
Yes, only give him mayo. That's all.
She was setting you up.
Terrible. Because what I remember is like, she used to make me an egg.
She
No,
makes
you
spam
saw
sandwiches.
that.
I love her spam
That's what you
sandwiches.
seen, but that's not what she gave you.
No.
That
I
was
remember-
her sandwich
because
she was
I remember
making.
I had to tell her, like, yo, bust the yolk. Because I don't like it runny. Because it was always like, when I bite into it, it'll run all over my pants. I'm like, no, I hate the yolk.
Well, don't be messy. That's your problem.
I don't want to talk. You done. Anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Y'all funny.
Just got robbed.
Alright, so y'all funny. So I'm just gonna head into our end game now. So one of my last questions for you guys is, growing up, who was one of your biggest role models?
My mama.
Your mama. Why your mama?
Because, let me tell you why. I grew up with my mom. That's all I seen. And my mom had me young. She was going to college, right? So I didn't really see my mom when I was younger. Well, a little bit. But like, it'd be, she's going to college, she goes to work. She picks me up from my grandma's house. I go to sleep for like 4 hours, just gave her drops right back off.
Yeah.
I was the earliest person there at school. Like, I was the first person there with the teachers. At like 6 o'clock, school didn't start until 8:30. But she never gave up.
Yeah, nah.
And then she had my sister too, and like, I think when she was still in college, maybe. But she still never gave up.
Yeah.
So.
No, y'all trust me. Your mom was a soldier. I'm gonna keep it on. Your mom was one of my role models at the time because she always had great grades and she was working and she had a car and, you know, Tierra was the person to be.
But she was out at the same time.
And that's what it is. I didn't learn about that until I moved into here and lived with her.
Oh.
Like, I didn't know about that. To my eyes, my sister was a freaking angel. She was walking around with wings over her head and a halo and, you know, freaking, I don't know, I can't say valedictorian, but, you know, principal list, AB honor roll. Newspapers. She's going to freaking conferences, you know, future child of America, whatever the hell the case was. She did all that crap, and I was like,
But at the same
I can't
time,
compete with
she
you.
out here outside.
Hey, she lived her life though. I can't be mad at her. I salute her on that. What about you, bro? Who you got?
You?
Me? Oh,
Ew. Let's not.
I mean, that's what it ended up being.
We were just
because-
talking about you.
speak of the devil.
Yeah.
You look pretty, Mom.
Lies told.
Go ahead. It was you because it was for one, it was football, especially just being forced to play that because you know how dad made us do minimum 2 years of each sport. But it was also like going to college and stuff like that. And I tried to be like that going into it, only to find out that that wasn't for me at the time.
Right.
But yeah, and then also just being good at video games because I think you were probably the best one at video games out of the house.
I didn't have no mercy. That was a big difference. If Doug was better than me, but Doug would let you win. I wouldn't let you win.
Yeah.
I didn't care. Yeah. I didn't give a fuck.
But I mean, that just kind of pushed me to just be like the better person. Like, just do my best to like try to beat you or something, you know, and just the quality of the way you lived from what I saw.
Right.
Especially until you moved out.
Right. I feel that. So yeah, honestly, I'm gonna stick with mine. It's my sister. My sister's my role model. Like you said, she was always 5 steps ahead of the game. She had all the good grades. She was the reason I went to college. You know, she was the reason I didn't want to go UNLV because she was already there. And you know how I am. If somebody already got that car, I don't want that brand. I want a different brand. So she was already at UNLV. I gotta go conquer another school.
You went to Reno.
Yeah, the idea that I beat her out of school blew my mind still. So yeah. My
He
sister,
like
though,
hyping you up but dissing you at the same time.
Right. I mean, you walked in too. Like he already said his views. Like,
She know how our relationship is.
Me
She knows
personally,
love, hate.
I wouldn't let that slide.
I didn't know that I was your role model though, so I'm happy to see that.
Yeah, she was a role model. Tiara was, she was the person to be. I wanted to be Tiara so bad. I wanted to try to get on Tiara level so bad. She had the money, she had the car, she had the house, like she had everything. I was trying to catch up with her so much.
Right, while she was still going through stuff too.
While she was
like
still
a whole
going through stuff.
bunch of stuff.
Exactly.
Kids, and she
You never
didn't give
know.
up.
Exactly, never gave up. You know, strong black woman.
Right. Look what I won't get to.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Take your shot. Go ahead and drop the tears.
So,
I made my night way better.
oh, good.
I also said you ran the streets. So.
Oh yeah.
Bro, she did run the streets. She was out there for real running stuff. But she was like all A student, academics, everything amazing. But then she was out there ditching and being with people at the same time.
How would you do it?
You know how I do.
I don't. That's why I don't.
Exactly.
I took care of business. Either I took care of business first and then went about my day and didn't have fun, or I procrastinated and did everything last minute before it was due.
But either way, though,
Hey,
got
but she
turned
still
in.
did it.
Yeah, it worked out.
But
So,
anytime there was free time in class, I always did my work during class, so I didn't have to do it later.
see, free time in class, I would sleep.
Me too.
I'd hella took it. I'll put my head right the hell
Even
down.
if the teacher was still talking, I was doing work because I was like,
I got student aid first period on even days. I mean,
You know how many classes I slept through? I slept through so many classes.
No, last year was bad. Mr. Carter, that was my physical science teacher. He didn't care. Like I said, did the work. I passed this class with like a high B or something. Slumped every. It was right after lunch too.
Oh yeah, the itis.
I need my Lunchables and my little cup of noodles. Knocked.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's
I feel
his
that.
class was easy though. All you have to do is do the work.
Do the work,
Search
yeah.
up the answers.
Yeah, I feel that. So, cool. So let's go ahead and wrap into our last 2 questions of the day that we always ask everybody. So my first question for everybody is, where are you still swimming to? Definitely in this whole growing up life aspect.
Graduating high school and get my license. My cosmetology license.
Okay. I mean, you already got one license, so more is on the way.
Yeah.
Should you? No, I'm just playing.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah, I'm
Chill out.
just joking. I'm just joking because I may need you to be DD one night.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So remember that.
I know.
Your life is in my hands.
That's why
Remember
I
that.
apologize. I said my
Remember that.
bad. Just joking.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
what I thought.
What about you, bro? Where you still swimming to?
Honestly, just I mean, finishing out college for sure, especially on my own accord, since that's a big step up for me,
Right.
especially within the past couple of years, but also just figuring out how to deal with life stressors as it comes on, because I know it's not gonna get any easier. And unfortunately, I was able to grow up in a family that taught me structure and to at least survive at the end of the day. So just using that to my best ability and building off of it, so I can be where I want to be, even though I may not know exactly where that is at the moment.
What's it called? Constructive criticism? Is that the right word?
For what he wants?
No.
Oh, I'm like, that's
For
a
like
bad
the
definition.
structure and stuff.
No, constructive criticism
like
is saying, you know, you look good, but your ears is kind of cross-eyed. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
No, I'm like, constructive criticism is saying, you know, the paper look good, but your handwriting's a little sloppy. You might want to work on that. So it's like
I just wish you would have elaborated on this part just
a little bit more. Yeah, everything sounds good, but you could have did this a little better.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, similar. Still swimming too for me. Yeah, just become a better man. You know what I'm saying? Just be a better example for people. Definitely in this world, trying to be better on the floor with the kids. You know, better family man, better co-worker, whatever role is trying to be I'm placed in. I'm just trying to be better at that role. You know what I'm saying? Control the emotions, control the stressors, like you said, and everything like that. So yeah. But since we got two new people here, I want to ask one question for everybody out. Joey, welcome to the microphone.
Hey.
Joey, what is the biggest lie you told to your parents that is not still going on, that is not still continuing, that you're not going to get in trouble for now?
The biggest lie I've told my parents. Yeah, so when I was a kid, my dad got a gift. He got a Flintstone set that was like a unique, like only so many people got them. And he got like one piece each month in the mail. And someone bought it as a gift for him. And I broke Bam Bam. And kind of put them back together, but there was a piece missing. And they didn't find out until I was like 30 that I broke them. And he was still mad at me.
What was the lie? What did you say?
He just said it was broken, and he was asking us who did it, and I just never fessed up.
So you just admitted the truth. You didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Dude, let it go. I love it.
30 years old, admitted it, because of the guilt, and then boom, there you are. And I still got in trouble.
I like it. Only about 27 years of guilt. All right, sister, your turn.
I did a lot of stuff.
I know.
We know.
Like you said, just pick one. We know, just pick one.
I super glued all the wine glasses to the counter.
Wow.
I was trying to help.
Wow.
So that because I wanted them to be perfectly spaced from each other, and people kept moving them, so I super glued them to the counter, and my sister got in trouble for that.
She didn't take blame for what she did.
I didn't take blame for it until I was like 20.
Wow.
So my sister lived with that for 10 years covering for me.
Wow. That's love.
We had a sleepover at Dad and Vanjie's, and the first person went to sleep. We told her we were gonna put whipped cream on her, but I couldn't find any whipped cream, so I put barbecue sauce on her, and it went onto the rug next to the wedding table.
Vanjie got you.
And Vanjie was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "No."
Yo, didn't you have a sleepover where somebody peed on themselves?
I think so.
And then I remember Vanjie was up like 1 o'clock in the morning checking everybody who peed on themselves, and nobody admitted they would pee on themselves or something. So she was going through checking every single girl on who peed on themselves or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was asshole. Cause then I remember one sleepover she had. Sorry, I'm reminiscing now. One sleepover she had, it was hella late, and they were like watching movies. So I crawled through Doug's bathroom, walked through Doug's room, jumped up, came behind the couch, and scared them, and took off.
Yep.
Gone, right? Got back to the room, jumped in bed, and Vanjie, you know how she is when she asleep.
So she worked graveyard.
Yes, she woke up pissed.
Yeah, she did.
Everybody go to bed.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in my room, quiet as hell, not saying nothing. Like, nope, I'm not saying nothing. I'm ducked off.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. So funny.
That's so terrible.
Sorry, I just had to share that. Okay, you already know the last thing. Does anybody have a quote they would like to share? I'll take one quote from anybody. Joey?
I I guess the only quote I could think of right now is something that I've been thinking about a lot and trying to do every single day. It's been making me feel better. Is don't compete against anybody else. Just compete against yourself.
Amen.
Yeah.
Be better than yesterday.
Amen. You know,
That works.
you know what that finally reminded me of? I finally understood the quote. Always thought it was to teach its own. It's to each its own.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
I never knew that though. I always thought it was to teach its own. So I'm like, okay, you guys gotta teach yourself. But it's to each its own, as in each person has its own lesson.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, that finally makes sense. Don't try to, and I think that was a perfect way to wrap up what Joey just said. So I think that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, thank you, family, so much for joining us. Anaiya, thank you so much for giving up the time, and Joey and Sis for just jumping in last second and sharing you guys' favorite stories.
Can I give one shout out?
Yes, please.
Check out www.goththekippies.com. I just started a new business this week, and Anna, my business partner / sister, will be on with me in a later episode so we could talk about it.
Yes, foreshadowing. So
Epic foreshadowing.
yeah, epic foreshadowing. So yes, be on the lookout for that. Make sure you guys check out the website. We will put it in the episode descriptions for you guys, so you guys just hit the link and check it out. Yes, with that being said, thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to share some of your stories about growing up, you already know, reach out to us on IG, on Google. I already said IG. I always want to say IG and Instagram. They're the same thing. Besides that, I hope everybody has a great day, a marvelous afternoon, a splendid evening, and remember to just keep swimming.